Good morning, students. Today I am going to continue chapter number 3, our changing earth from geography. So, my dear students, as I told you in my last classes, that our earth is continuously changing because of due to the movement of lithospheric plate every year just few millimeter, and this movement of lithospheric plate is responsible for the formation of some forces which are endogenic force and exogenic forces. Okay, and students, these lithospheric plates is the earth crust and consists of several large and some small, irregular, uneven shaped plates. Okay, so due to the movement of these lithospheric plate, when two types of forces generated inside the earth and outside the earth. So the forces which act in the interior or the inside of the earth are called as endogenic forces, and those forces which is work or activated on the surface of the earth is known as exogenic forces. Students, these two forces are responsible for the sudden movement and formation of earthquakes activity and volcano activity. So students, as you know very well that these two movement of the earth in which sometime volcanic activity and earthquake activity generated, this is very harmful for the survival of human life. Now I am going to discuss with you another topic which is major landforms of the earth which is responsible for the formation on the surface of the earth due to the movement of the lithospheric plate. But students, these two forces is also creating some small and some large type of landforms on the surface of the earth, in which today I will discuss about the waterfall and work of river, etc. So students, as I told you, our landform is continuously changing, and these changing of the landforms on the surface of the earth is due to the weathering and erosion. So first of all, we have to understand that what is the definition of weathering and what is the definition of erosion. Okay, so students, weathering is the breaking up of all types of small and big rocks which is present on the earth's surface. It means weathering is a process of breaking of rocks. Okay, and what is erosion? So erosion is a kind of activity in which something is wearing away or taken by on the landscape. How these things moving away or taken by something from one place to another place. So students, erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents, or in another language we can say erosion is the process in which things are taken by the movement of water, the movement of wind or air, and due to the movement of iceberg or big part of ice from one area to another area. Okay. So students, when these things are taken or carried by the movement of water, wind and ice, then all these eroded material, whatever taken by water, wind and ice, is carried or transported, then it is somewhere deposited by you also. Okay, it means all the materials whatever taken by the agent of transportation, which are water, wind, then all these materials deposited by somewhere. Okay, so students, this process of erosion and deposition is responsible for the creation of different type of landform on the surface of the earth. It means in simple language we can say that when things are weathered or rocks are breaking up, this is also responsible for the formation of different types of landforms. And when these breaking of rocks or small particles taken by the river, air, then it is also deposited by these agent of transportation somewhere. So this deposition is also responsible for the formation of different types of landforms. Okay. So after that, your next topic is work of river. So students, everyone very well known about the river and its movement, but we have to learn and understand when river is moving from one area to another area and it is busy for the erosion of the lower beds or the area from where river is flowing. So students, these river movement is also responsible for the formation of different types of landforms. What are they? So my dear students, the first work of river is the formation of a waterfall. And everybody knows very well that whenever river is moving from any even place or simple place continuously, but whenever in the path of river, if any heighted place is located from where river suddenly fall down on the ground, then this is responsible for the formation of waterfall. Or in another language we can say, when the river fall suddenly at a very steep angle over very hard rocks down or on the surface, then this steep valley is responsible for the formation of waterfall. And after that, when river continue their journey after the formation of waterfall, then river enters into plain region or plain area and it is started to take twist or turn, and during the movement of twisting and turning it is forming a bend. This is a bend. It means ये जो मुड़ा हुआ एरिया है ये क्या कहलाता है? आपका bend कहलाता है. So students, when river enters into the plain and it takes twist and turns and forming a very large bend, so this bend is known as meander. Okay, This bend is known as meander. After that, students, due to the continuous erosion and deposition around the meander, due to the continuous erosion and deposition around the meander, the ends of the meander loops, this is a loop, okay, around the meander loops are started to separate it, or in other language we can say that due to the continuous deposition and continuous erosion around the or alongside the meander, the ends of the meander loop come closer and closer, and after some time later, finally the meander loop totally cut off from the main river, and this is known as oxbow lake or cut-off lake. Okay, it means when this bend point of a river, due to the continuous deposition and erosion, it is started to separate it from the main part of the river, then it is formed oxbow lake or cut-off lake. All right. After that, when river flow its banks means nadi ka kinara, river ka kinara. So students, when the river overflow its banks, or when river flooding of neighboring areas, या फिर आप कह सकते हैं कि जब नदी में बाढ़ आती है, then river flood deposits layers of soil and different types of materials along the both side of river or along the bank of the river. So this is responsible for the formation of floodplain. This is all the area of floodplains. Again, I am going to revise it. Listen very carefully. Students, as you know very well that when rivers flooding, then it is started to deposit a number of things and materials whatever taken by the river from another area to plain area. And finally, river started to deposit these loads, and this load which is deposited by the river here, and here, this is known as sediments. And after some time later, these sediments responsible for the formation of flat, very fertile floodplain of India. So students, where we are living, it means Ghazipur is also a floodplain and very fertile region of India from where river Ganga is flowing. Okay. After that, the both side of banks or the both side of floodplains, the raised banks, या फिर आप कह सकते हैं नदी के दोनों किनारे जब सेडिमेंट्स जमा कर दिए जाते हैं नदी के द्वारा और उसके साइड में कुछ ऊंचा हिस्सा मिलता है, वो ऊंचा हिस्सा क्या कहलाता है? लीवीज. एंड इन इंग्लिश द रेज्ड बैंक्स ऑफ द river side is called levees. And finally, after the formation of meander, oxbow lake and levees and whole fertile plain, when river moving towards the sea, then the speed of the river is started decline, and due to the very slow movement of river, the main branch of river is started to split or divided into number of small stream, and this small stream is known as distributary. Okay, what is distributary? Whenever the main branch of river started to divided into number of small stream due to the presence of uneven place, then this small stream is known as distributaries. After the division of main branch of river, the speed of river become very slow, and near the sea it is again deposited all the materials whatever taken by the rivers. So students, finally on the mouth of the sea, river formed again a new landform which is known as delta. In simple language we can say the collection of sediments from all the mouth forms a delta. It means after the division of main branch of river into number of stream, there river again started to deposit all the things whatever brought by it, and here again it is forming a last work of river, and this is the formation of delta. So students, for today's that's all. Listen my lecture and learn all the things whatever given in your book. Anywhere if you have any confusion or problem, then contact me. Okay, and tomorrow I will discuss with you work of sea waves, work of ice, and work of wind. All right, thank you and have a nice day.